It's the NFL on EA Sports. And we'll see the Colts' electric quarterback. He's coming off a nice week throwing the ball. 4 touchdown throws. It's the Colts and the Bills under the lights on Monday night.
From the home of the Bills since 1973, we are at Highmark Stadium, just south of downtown Buffalo. Tonight, we write a finish to Week 12 with a good Monday night matchup between the Indianapolis Colts and the Buffalo Bills. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you take a look at the Bills entering play here. They were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that second win in a row.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Colts, and this is what every one of these guys waits for each and every week, CD, that moment of anticipation just before the game begins.
I know most of these guys have played well over 100 games dating back to their high school days. Imagine that number if you go all the way back to the Little League type of ball. But that excitement before a game, it never gets old. They all know how to channel it once they actually kick this one off, though.
The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Out comes the offense for the Bills, led by their quarterback at 6'5". That's Josh Allen.
And in this league, there are many quarterbacks who have their most success running the ball, while there are others who have big arms. There aren't too many guys who can do both, and at the end of many games, this guy leads his team not just in passing, but in rushing as well.
Singletary to get the drive started. That's to about the 28. Second down coming up. The numbers for him from a week ago: 21 carries, 88 yards.
After the last game, they have plenty of reason to be confident in their running game. And even though they're facing a top 10 defense, they're not going to shy away from doing what they do best. Make them adjust to them. Make them stop what they do before they go to any type of a changeup.
Allen's throw going to be caught by Davis. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 12 yards that time, and a Bills first down.
They sure put the coverage guys in a stress on that one. They thought they were going deep. Ends up curling inside for a nice chunk of yardage.
They'll run on first down with Singletary. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. The Bills at 4-6 now on the year. They were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And so much about football, partner, comes down to mindset. Being in the right frame of mind, and the best way to get in that good frame of mind, winning. So they come in feeling good. They've got the home crowd behind them. And I think they're going to be tough to beat in this one. That's a play to take note of there for the defense, I think, in the future. If you're going to try and block him, maybe you get a guard to help double team him and try and steer him out of the play. They should have done it on that snap.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Throwing is Allen on third. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. So they'll wind up losing 5 yards on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
He punted 5 times in the win last week as this one's away. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. They'll be led out by the man from Old Dominion, the former Monarch, at quarterback Taylor Heineke.
And he's got to be feeling pretty good about his individual performance from last week's game. I mean, he did throw 4 touchdown passes, so he's in sync with his receivers, and they're very confident. Did have 1 interception.
Yeah, the 1 pick.
And
they lost.
Yeah, so no matter how many touchdowns he threw, if it comes in a loss, he's not going to be satisfied.
They'll run with Taylor to begin the drive. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Well, this defense for the Bills, they were excellent last week in the win over the Chargers.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. Going to be a loss of 6 yards on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
When you lose that kind of yardage on a pass play, you often expect it to be a sack. But that wasn't the case there. They completed the pass. Probably would have been better off just dropping the football and making an incompletion as opposed to catching it and losing that kind of yardage.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Here's Heineke. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Now this is picked up by the Bills. And they'll have it just 5 yards away from pay dirt here, 1st and goal.
Well, that's a down and distance coaches always talk about trying to avoid, isn't it? I mean, that's 3rd and long. And you just know they're pinning their ears back and coming after him, sometimes even with extra pressure.
And he knew that. I mean, he knew they were coming. He just fumbled it.
Yeah, he knew it. The offensive line knew it. Everyone did, yet the pressure was still there, and he ended up coughing it up.
The defense gets him the ball via the turnover. Now can this offense cash in? 1st and goal. They run here with Singletary. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. To throw, it's Allen. He will find Diggs in the end zone. Touchdown, Buffalo. Stephon Diggs. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bills take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. That's just how they drew it up, CD. His first read was there, got it to him quickly and into the end zone.
Absolutely excellent execution by all involved. And the coordinator, gotta give him credit, found the perfect play call. Quarterback let it fly as soon as the target came free, and his guy made a nice catch. Just how you draw it up in practice and then execute it in the game.
Well, that drive started with not a whole lot of real estate in front of them. In plus territory, excellent field position. 2 plays later, pay dirt. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. 2nd drive coming up here for the Indianapolis Colts. They had the fumble on the last drive, wound up leading to the opening touchdown. Now they'll try again here, 1st and 10. A carry by Taylor to start the drive. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 16 carries, 83 yards.
I can remember the last time we did a game and a coach didn't talk about establishing the run first. But they've lost 2 straight games, so they still want to do that. But they've got to have some contingencies, some other options. Expect them maybe to throw it a little bit to open up things and maybe run it a little bit more later in the game.
On 2nd and 9, Heineke escaping the pressure right. They'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down. So 7 yards from the 1st down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. On 3rd down, Heineke. This will be swung out wide for Taylor. Breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. And he is going to have a Colts 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And they'll use him out of the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago. There's another one right there.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Heineke to throw it. Finds his big tight end, Mo Alley-Cox. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a 1st down again.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the 1st down.
Two 1st downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Running straight ahead, Taylor. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature in the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
2nd down, another run with Taylor. And he'll take it across midfield and into Buffalo territory. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. From the gun, Heineke. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And this one dropped in the end zone. Looked like a touchdown, but not to be, and now it's 4th down. As Sanchez on to punt here as he sends this one away. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. On the counter, this is Singletary. And this defense able to plug him up there as he'll get a yard to the 35. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Here's Allen to throw it. Looking for Diggs, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Isaiah Rodgers. And the Colts are going to take possession of the football. So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it was a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well, protecting the football. Didn't get it done there.
And now Indianapolis set to take the field. And they'll take over here following the interception with a chance to tie the ball game. It's 1st and 10. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Looking to throw, Heineke. And that's into the hands of Mo Alley-Cox, the tight end. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. First and 10, Taylor now. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. Throwing. Heineke. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders. So that time, Charles, quarterback helpless really in the pocket in the face of a pass rush like that. They were on him instantly.
Yeah, that's one where you turn to your lineman and say, guys, can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely because, remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback, you've also got to have the clock running in your head when you need to get rid of the football. But this time, he had no chance. They were on him instantly.
Going to throw deep for the end zone. Got a man, it's Pittman, and he holds it in for the Colts touchdown. A great effort there. 29 yards. And the Colts are an extra point away now from tying this ball game.
Well, that's what I call an answer right there. They gave up a sack on the previous play. How about what they did to finish things off, turning it right back around?
That's the response, and that O-line feels a lot better now, don't they?
Yeah, without a doubt, because give up the sack on the previous play, that just hurts those guys because they never want to see their guy get hit.
Aldrich Rosas on for the extra point. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Offense coming out, ready to take over. They had the interception last drive, led to the tying touchdown, so 7-7 the score as they begin 1st and 10. On 1st down, they'll start out with Singletary. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play call to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
The previous run good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Allen going to throw. Over the middle, complete. That's Davis. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one a gain of 20 and a 1st down.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a 1st down.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Allen going to give this one to Singletary. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. They go right back to Singletary. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games.
Looking for Diggs, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And the Colts are going to get it back here just past the 35.
They're certainly not giving much help to their defense, are they? Because for the 2nd time now, that D has had to run back out on the field early after an interception. And remember, on the last drive, the opposing side took it in for 6 after that interception.
The Colts now, their offense works their way back onto the field. The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
That is caught. Michael Pittman with it. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Press coverage on the outside, and for defenders, that's the ultimate risk reward. If you take the risk, can you reward yourself by keeping them on the line of scrimmage? But no, not on that one. Got to step on them. Now it's just a matter of laying the ball out there for him to go get it.
So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 39-yard line. To the right side, this is Taylor. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
On 2nd and 9, Heineke. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
I can't be sure how much of that was planned pre-snap, but it certainly opens up some avenues for their offense. And if he can stay a threat to break off those kind of runs, it'll pull defenders away from coverage and open up some choice throwing lanes for him moving forward.
First down, Heineke. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Working out of the gun. Here's Heineke. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. Gregory Rousseau in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed in this first quarter.
That puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game, I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. So it's 3rd and long, and defensively, not a real surprise. They're in the dime. Heineke now. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Micah Hyde. And the Bills will take over here at their own 12-yard line. So consecutive interceptions here early on in this one, and maybe setting the tone, Charles, for a game where the defense really takes center stage.
And don't you think that both offenses are really catching a bit from their coaching staff about avoiding these turnovers that we've seen early? I think both teams are trying to find an advantage. We know that. Can one of them break away and take control of this game?
Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 12-yard line. He'll give it to Singletary here to start the drive. And he'll take this one only up to about his 13-yard line. Tackle there by Nick Cross. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. So they fake the handoff. Now Allen going deep for Diggs. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
He came through well with a nice pass breakup there. Fortunate that he was on the spot. He's the only guy left to prevent the first down.
Throwing now is Allen. That's caught by his tight end, Dawson Knox. And he is going to have a Bills first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Allen and Knox teaming up there for Buffalo first down. These two teams all tied after one. 2nd quarter now in Buffalo. Bills in control of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Singletary here running out of the gun. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning it in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
My man's getting a little loose with the football there, right? Interception before, almost had one here. He's got to start taking better care of it.
It really should have been back-to-back drives with interceptions. He's lucky there. That pass complete to Deontay Hardy. And he is going to have a Bills 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. A give, Singletary right side. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now Allen. They're unable to connect, but a late flag comes in. And the contact may have come too early. So pass interference, the call is so tough as a defender, I'd imagine, to time that up perfectly.
It certainly is difficult to get it exactly right because sometimes you're looking at getting there fractions of seconds too early. That one looked a little more obvious. Always a tough penalty to officiate. Just ask the basketball refs when they have to officiate block and charge.
10 more there and another 1st down.
Well, when you got a guy who's a dual threat out of the backfield, go ahead and use it. And that's exactly what they've done on back-to-back plays here. Picked up big chunks of yardage, once in the air and once on the ground.
Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 41. Singletary again. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. Credited with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. On play action, Allen going deep for Diggs. And it's knocked away and incomplete. They're 2 for 2 on 3rd down conversions on this drive. This one tough. They need 9 yards on 3rd down. To the air, Allen. This is caught. It's Hardy. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another 1st down at the Colts 19. 21 yards there on 3rd down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Singletary, they'll go up the middle. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might well go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Allen from the gun on 3rd down. Touchdown, Bills! Deontay Hardy, a 16-yard touchdown. And the Bills have moved out in front. That's one of those long drives where not only do you score, but you really tire out the defense, too.
That's a great point because now they've been on the field for a long time, bench, trying to make adjustments, trying to figure things out, but they'll do so fatigued.
Pass on for the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. That one was an extended drive. 14 plays all told. And it culminates in a Bills touchdown. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yeah.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Second time in this game, Charles, the ball is squirted out from his hands. Luckily, his teammate was there to pounce on it.
You're right. Got the lucky bounce, able to retain possession. You know, we often talk about the combine and why do we measure quarterbacks' hands. Is that really a big deal? It's for situations like this. Do you have the hands big enough and strong enough to hold on to the football while being jostled?
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Heineke. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. Excellent work that time to get free, and for his exploits, he's going to be left with just a 3rd and 3. They'll try and run for the first with Taylor. And he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to 4th down. And now a stoppage, and looks like we have a Colt who was shaken up on that last play. We'll check on his status when we return to Orchard Park. Out is Rigoberto Sanchez on 4th down to punt this thing. He'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. So out of bounds on the punt, and the spot will be, the side judge says, right at the 35-yard line here. So here are the Bills to take over. They were victorious over the Chargers last week, and now they work with a lead again here as they come up 1st and 10. This is a draw play. Allen gives to Singletary. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. 45 yards on the ground for him so far. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. So the shotgun snap to Allen. Working the middle here. That's complete to Knox, the tight end. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
A give up the middle to Singletary. He's brought down there by Kenny Moore. So that was a very nice play, Charles, from a very speedy cornerback.
And sometimes all of your best laid plans of play design, your X's and O's, they can't always account for individual effort defensively. And this was one of those times. Just a terrific play to hustle over there and get the running back to the ground.
That is top speed according to Next Gen Stats, and even 19 miles an hour. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Allen. He'll get this to Devin Singletary out of the backfield. And they'll get him to the ground, and he has another 1st down at the Colts 36. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces forces a new set of downs. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. He can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
But that's what he can do, when he keeps the football. It's not a huge gain, but it shows how hard it can be to stop him.
Yeah, and I thought the defense had that one pretty well contained, and in fact, they probably came up and felt pretty good about what they did. Then they looked up and realized he still got good yardage out of it. He's a tough guy to stop.
And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
On first down, they stick with Singletary. And a couple of yards as they move it from the 21 to the 19. We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Well, Ray, seen him catch a few passes out of the backfield in the first half. Unable to connect on that one.
Certainly seems like getting him the ball out of the passing game, though, is part of their game plan.
It certainly is because he catches it well, creates a mismatch.
And Allen going to be intercepted for the third time. Picked off by Shaquille Leonard, the linebacker. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Colts TD. An excellent play there, CD, on the pick six. And I think were they a nickel? Did they have an extra DB out there?
Yeah, Brandon, I think they were in standard nickel, not the Buffalo, as teams like to call it, meaning 3 safeties for big nickel. They just wanted to take away the quarterback's throwing lanes, and that's exactly what they did and came through with a big-time pick six.
Rosas to add the extra point. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. From the 6. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out.
He's got him in, complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. It's a gain of 35. And Charles, with that completion, I'm told that puts him now over 3,000 yards passing on the campaign.
And Brandon, I think we have to start to think about where we are in the season because right now, 4,000 is not out of the question. I think a big game or two, he's certainly capable of getting that done.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. They'll give this to Singletary running right. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Here's the option play now to the left. And that one opened up for him well as he'll take this down to the 26-yard line. Really good effort. He does it himself, picks up 15, also picks up the first down. Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there. Worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed to it and went. Let's face it, most teams are going to defend the running back much more than the quarterback on that type of a play.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
The Bills on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 8. Allen. And that is incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
The kick by Bass is good. And the Bills have come back to regain the lead. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal, you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. As we eat closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues. Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
And this is going to be a Colts first down as he's got this up to the 40-yard line.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled him up throughout the game because that was his longest run of this contest.
Two minutes remaining in this first half of football. A first down throw for Heineke. Throw over the middle, going to be caught here by Mo Alley-Cox. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Heineke's throw into the hands of Pittman here. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
That's a good bounce back play right there after taking a sack on first down. Didn't quite get it to the marker, but now they're in a much better spot for a 3rd and short yardage call. If you're the offensive coordinator, you like looking at that section a heck of a lot better than trying to figure out 3rd and long.
The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. An extra defensive back here for the Bills on 3rd down. Heineke to throw it. That's into the hands of Donovan Peoples-Jones. And he is going to have a Colts first down, and he'll have it by plenty as they're able to keep the drive alive on 3rd and inches. Here's Heineke. His throw incomplete.
As tight ends go, he might not provide the super flashy plays very often, but he's pretty reliable. Usually an excellent target and normally catches what's thrown to him, but he didn't on that play.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. To the air again, Heineke. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Now Heineke. So no sack. He gets back to the line of scrimmage, but it'll still bring up a 4th down.
Well, I could spin this negatively as he just got back to the line of scrimmage, but when you really analyze it, he took away a big play for the defense, made it an uneventful run because he avoided a sack and didn't lose yardage.
Now Aldrick Rosas for the field goal attempt. From the left hash mark, this a 43-yard attempt. Rosas' kick is good, and that will do it for this first half. So thanks to the late field goal, we are all tied up heading to intermission as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around the NFL. We'll start up at TIAA Stadium in Jacksonville, where it was the Jaguars who pick up the win at home. Trevor Lawrence, excellent in the victory as his guys push their record up to 8-3 on the year. Next, we head off to check out another game, and they were winners in that ball game over the visiting Cleveland Browns. Matthew Stafford, 4 touchdown passes in the victory. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you, and you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. On now to a look at the next-gen stats for the Colts in that first half. And they were able to find some success running the football, which is something they'll need to continue to do in a close game like this one. Meanwhile, for the Bills, we take a look there at the numbers for them running the football in that first half. With both of these offenses having their way, it's not likely they'll need to be doing a whole lot at halftime. But the defenses are definitely in need of some adjusting. And for the call of the second half, let's go back out to Brandon and Charles.
Yeah, Coach. Of action in those first 2 quarters. Definitely got to work on my touchdown calls, so we'll see how much voice I have left for the second half here. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. No run back here to begin the half, and we will start at the 25-yard line. The Colts ready to go to work to start the third quarter. This offense ready for the first drive of the third quarter. Well, quarters number 1 and 2 entertaining. We saw some good offense points put up, Charles, and all tied on the scoreboard.
And it sets us up for what could be a really fun second half because we've seen both sides score almost at will here in the first half. And now, here in the second half, getting the ball first, you've got to think, hey, we can go out and really run our offense the way we did in the first half. But if I'm a defensive player, all I'm thinking is, can I make a play to really help out my team and break this streak of offense?
Now a throw here to his running back. And a pretty little juke move there on a nice game. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. From the gun, Heineke. That's complete to Peoples-Jones. And he is going to have a Colts first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
First down, Heineke. Looking left sideline, incomplete.
Personally, I think they've got to go somewhere else with the football. They've got it bracketed out there in double coverage. Makes it hard to fit it in time after time.
It would have had to have been an absolutely perfect pass and not good enough. A second down throw for Heineke. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But I believe the Colts were able to fall on this when they were. And so possession will remain with Indy. We talk a lot about setting the tone to start the game. Well, you want to start the tone right in the third quarter as well. And nearly lost a football there in their first drive.
And sometimes we overdo it when we talk about halftime adjustments and what teams are going to do. Most of the time it's just a matter of executing the game plan you brought in. But I'll guarantee you, they didn't draw that play up on the whiteboard at halftime. They're fortunate to retain possession.
So possession still theirs, but now they face a 3rd down. To throw is Heineke. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Had to pass there. 3rd and long on your own side of the field. Just couldn't come up with anything.
That's why teams always talk about having to win the early downs, meaning you've got to gain yardage and set yourself up for 3rd and short, because when it's 3rd and long, the odds go down significantly trying to pick up the first down, even throwing the football.
And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. Singletary to get the drive started. And he'll scratch out a yard up to the 30, and that's all.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. Throwing is Allen on 3rd. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
I think it's safe to say they've made some questionable decisions out there so far. Forced some throws into tight coverage. He's already been picked off in this game. 4th down now, but he was fortunate on that one not to have another turnover on his ledger.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Good coverage there. An even 50-yard punt leads to a return of 5. And that will come the offense as they take over. Here comes the Colts offense now as they make their way onto the field. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. On 2nd and 11 now. Heineke. That is caught. Michael Pittman with it. Finding room at midfield. Loose inside the 30. Michael Pittman. Touchdown, Colts. Michael Pittman. His 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Colts have broken our tie as they take the lead. I don't think there's anyone who could possibly doubt how fast he could run on the open field. But if there were, he silenced those thoughts there.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards. So just give me a second here, because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blur out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time. The evidence was right there.
And if you're looking for proof of his speed, Next Gen Stats shows that he was traveling just over 21 miles an hour there.
17.
Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. From the 6. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
They'll run on 1st down with Singletary. And he'll get this up just shy of the 30. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Allen to throw it. And this one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football. Nearly a 4th pick of the ball game. Now Allen. He's got the connection over the middle to Diggs. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. How about 25 yards on 3rd down? They'll take it. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. On the give, this is Singletary. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Here's Allen. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
The Bills passing game, get them down the field. They've got another 1st down.
And that's how you pick up a 1st down. Not only does he make the catch, but has enough body control to get his feet down inbounds, toe tapping and dragging to make sure he gets it done.
Frank Reich not so sure about that last call. He's going to go ahead and throw out the challenge flag. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call. So that challenge not successful there, and that's going to cost him the 1st of his timeouts. They'll run out of the gun with Singletary. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
A second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. Play number 9 on the drive coming up, and they need 9 yards on third down. Now Allen. He's got the hook up with Diggs. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
A very important third down conversion right there, because when you're trailing and find yourself this deep in enemy territory, the kicker's not even part of your thought process. You got to make it pay off with 6. Nice connection right there to set up first and goal.
So another third down conversion, and now they've got a first and goal. They run here with Singletary. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Only a yard that time, second and goal.
The yards may start getting a little tougher to come by down here near the goal line. That's good work defensively there on first down, holding them to a short gain.
Second down and goal. Allen, this is caught. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 5 yards that time on the completion, and now it's third and goal.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Singletary. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up fourth down.
That was a huge play on third down, so now what? Do you go for it? Do you trust your offense? Or do you want to put on your defense to try and get the ball back? Me? I'm going for it right here.
So on fourth down, out is Tyler Bass in the Buffalo field goal unit. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. The kick by Bass is good. And that'll bring him back within 4. Well, in a close game like this, obviously you want the touchdown, but certainly they will take the 3.
And they'll be okay with that, but let's throw a little credit to the defense as well. And I'm just glad this doesn't come down to a debate, right? Which side won, partner? Because the defense, hey, we didn't give up a touchdown. The offense, hey, we put 3 on the board. Either way you look at it, I think both sides gained something out of that drive.
And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. Here is Michael Pittman and the rest of this offense getting set for the upcoming drive. Seems like the measuring stick for a receiver for a great game is 100 yards. Well, he's well past that now.
And as we analyze how he's getting them, that's where it really becomes fun because, let's face it, they keep sending coverage at him, keep trying to put the pressure on, yet he finds ways downfield and finds openings. That's a really crafty receiver.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Heineke now. And this nearly an interception, but it's incomplete. Well, a turnover really would have helped him there, but not to be.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make second down, second and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Heineke. And they take him down. The Bills get to him. Gregory Rousseau, his 2nd sack of the night.
That's the 2nd sack of the game, and the best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
Tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete.
And that's a really good job there defensively. They went into this possession knowing that they needed to get a stop. They're in a tight ball game, and they got it done. Great work to force the 3 and out. Got the football right back for their offense. They've got to go to the sidelines feeling pretty good about themselves and encouraging their offensive mates to get some points.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. 31 yards on the punt there. And they will take over 1st and 10. And here come the Bills. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. And space tough to come by there as he'll get maybe a yard to the 37. And now a stoppage, and looks like we have a Colt who was shaken up on that last play. We'll check on his status when we return to Orchard Park. Still 9 remaining on 2nd down. So the shotgun snap to Allen. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. And the Colts are going to take possession of the football. And that's a ball that he is going to want to keep, his first career interception in the National Football League.
And I love what teams do when that happens. You bring the ball to the sideline, the equipment guy grabs it, he puts a piece of tape on it, writes on it so that you know what it is, and then they tuck it away so that you can have it for later and put it on your mantle. Pretty good deal for him right there. Now he's eager to get back out on the field and get his 2nd one.
Heineke on 1st down. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Gregory Rousseau bringing the pressure yet again. That's his 3rd sack here tonight.
Well, this has to count as a great team effort today, but this man, he's been at the center of all of it. Really special day for any defense to have this many sacks in a game, even more so for this player. One of the best individual efforts of the season.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Up the middle, here's Taylor. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. If they want it first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on 3rd down. Throwing, Heineke. And this is caught. Touchdown! Paris Campbell, 38 yards. And the Colts take the forced turnover on defense and convert it into 6 points. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Rosas good with the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 11. Scoring summary, 3-play drive, and it culminates in an Indianapolis touchdown. Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. This one taken just inside the 10. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. And now out come the Bills. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
And now a stoppage, and looks like we have a Colt who was shaken up on that last play. We'll check on his status when we return to Orchard Park. Six yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Allen now looks to throw. It's complete to Diggs. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 27 yards there, first down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 43. On the handoff, it's Singletary. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
Second down and 8. Throwing now is Allen. And Diggs has it. And they're going to get this down to about the 37. That catch, number 750 of his NFL career, and it puts him even with not just one but 2 Hall of Famers, Michael Irvin and Charlie Joyner. So some pretty good company at 750.
Yeah, you talk about the playmaker, Michael Irvin, and the guy who just made plays, Charlie Joyner. And that's what we're seeing here. Similar style in terms of being dependable, being open, and turning it into plays that you remember.
And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts 16. A good pick. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Allen going to give this one to Singletary. And he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They go right back to Singletary. And he is going to lose yardage here. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard. The defense was ready for the run-pass option, diagnosed it perfectly.
Not only did they stack him up at the point of attack, but he was met by a host of light-colored jerseys.
Eighth play of the drive forthcoming, and they need 8 yards on 3rd down. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. And this is caught for a Bills touchdown. Gabriel Davis, a 14-yard touchdown. And the Bills have cut it back within a score.
Trying to make a comeback often appears daunting, but the only way to get there, start small, score, and worry about getting the next one after that.
And now Sean McDermott's made the call. They'll go for 2. Allen will try to throw for it. And he's got it. So the try for 2 successful. And with it, they're back within a field goal. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. So here are the Colts to take over. They lost 2 straight coming in, but good news for them right now. They've got the lead and the football. They'll run with Taylor to begin the drive. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of 1st downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
They'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down.
Partner just a second earlier, and they might have had him because they certainly thought they were going to close in and drop him behind the line of scrimmage, but he had just enough time to dodge the pressure, and he ends up getting yardage before being stopped.
Now that's into the hands of Mo Alley Cox, the tight end. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. Call it a gain of 5 as they move the sticks.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a 1st down.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Running straight ahead, Taylor. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. And they won't be able to run another play. Time has expired on this 3rd quarter. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now in Buffalo. It's been a very hot To this point, just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter. 2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10.
Heineke to throw it.
Gets this to Campbell out on the right side. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. A good pickup there, a 22.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on 1st and 2nd downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 30-yard line.
They'll try the left side with Taylor.
Heck of a move and then brought down near the 23.
63 yards rushing for him so far in this one as he nears 1,400 for the year.
If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down.
From the shotgun, it's Heineke. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap. He locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
3rd and short yardage, Heineke. Oh, he's got his tight end, Mo Alley-Cox, complete. And he is going to have a Colts first down as they convert on 3rd and 3 with a nice gain of 7 yards.
He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. 1st and 10, Taylor now.
And able to surge forward for about 5 yards down to the 10. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence and playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
2nd down, another run with Taylor.
And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. That leads us to a 1st and goal. It's a pickup of 8.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up.
Looking to throw, Heineke.
He's got it. Touchdown, Colts.
Michael Pittman
from 3 yards out.
And the Colts are able to build on to their 4th quarter lead. And that's certainly an important touchdown there and makes this a 2-score game.
But as we've seen, no lead is safe in this one with the way these two offenses have lit up the scoreboard. I would imagine that on their sidelines, they're both yelling at their defenses, hey, you want to get involved here? One big play from you, that can win the game for us.
Rosas now to add the PAT. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. A pretty long drive that time, 11 plays all told.
And it was capped off on the touchdown catch by Michael Pittman. Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And he returns this to the 22. The Bills ready to take over. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the 4th quarter. This drive becomes very critical.
Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 22.
He'll give it to Singletary here to start the drive. And a short pickup to about the 27. It'll be 2nd down.
Brandon, we just saw the benefits of being able to run the ball successfully. They pick up 4 yards on that carry. So now, if you're a play caller, you can do just about anything you want, but on the defensive side of the ball, you scramble a little bit. Now you're behind, trying to figure out, do I need to blitz it? Do I need to pressure it? How do I gain an advantage on this snap?
On third down, they go with Singletary. And he is going to lose yardage here. A 3-yard loss. Fourth down now.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
The Bills send the punter out as he's on here to punt it away. And now a low liner. I think he mishit him. Officially, that'll be marked down as just a 28-yard punt.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Colts football, and Michael Pittman, helmet back on and ready to go.
This defense, they wouldn't mind not seeing him again for a while. 3 trips to the end zone. How about that?
I think right now they would happily go to their general manager and say, is there any way you could get a trade for him, bring him over to our team so we don't have to cover him anymore? Because he is really having a heck of a ball game, isn't he?
Boy, he is. I don't know that a mid-game trade is going to happen, but good thought.
82 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. They go to the ground again with Taylor. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. 7 yards there and a first down.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now Heineke.
That's complete to Peoples-Jones. And they're going to move it down to inside the 25.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
On the handoff, this is Taylor.
He'll get this down to the 21, just on the edge of the red zone.
And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave them with a 4th down.
Defensively, they had that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, and one of the things about this play, it can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion, and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. From the left hash, it's a 36-yard attempt. Rosa's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx it.
The Colts kicking team is out there now, and they will send this one away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. Back now on offense, the Buffalo Bills. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
82 yards on the ground for him now as he's gotten better, really, as the night's going on. A good gain on first has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. From the gun, it's Allen. It's hauled in by Hardy. That one, a first down pickup of 8. Fourth quarter, every drive's so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the second touchdown. You got the first one for the second one to even matter.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Singletary, they'll go up the middle. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. This is a draw play. Allen gives to Singletary. And strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49. 10 yards, good enough for a Buffalo first down.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. To the air, Allen. Finding Knox there, complete. And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
Good yardage on the completion there, and when they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score, because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. A give up the middle to Singletary. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. Tackle made by Grover Stewart.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority, because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Right back to Singletary on 2nd down. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
Now that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
And he completes it to the tight end, Knox. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts' 15-yard line. Great way to convert on 3rd down there. 21 yards the play. And in a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified. Big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Singletary. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
Four yards remain on 2nd down. Ball on the 10. Singletary again. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown.
Singletary. His third rushing touchdown of the year. And the Bills have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. Well, time to let those folks know who are tuning in looking for the late local news. We may be a moment because we've got a game again.
And partner, except for those on the West Coast where it'll be seen in its regular time, right? That's the way it works, doesn't it? But how about that? Big-time drive right there. If they're going to have any chance, they needed a touchdown there, and they went right down the field and worked their way into the end zone.
Here's Bass now for the extra point.
And the lead will shrink to 6. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive.
And it was finished off by a Devin Singletary touchdown run. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. From the 10. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Here's Michael Pittman and the rest of this offense getting set for the upcoming drive.
So far, he has the trio of touchdowns. Obviously, it's been a pretty good game for him.
So if this were hockey, they'd be throwing their hats out on the ice for the hat trick, right? I'm not sure exactly what you do in the NFL, except applaud and continue to hope you see a little bit more of this. What a tremendous game.
You want to start a new tradition? What can we throw on the field?
I don't know.
Throw your mic out there.
A lot of fans would like that. Cut his mic off.
3 touchdowns so far.
Second down, another run with Taylor.
And he'll be brought down right around the 37.
7 yards there and a first down. And carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. They're not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They run once more with Taylor. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. On the handoff, Taylor. And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. From the gun, it's Taylor. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. Now a timeout called for by the defense as the clock will stop with 1:06 left to go in the game.
I like a guy who understands the situation. I also like a guy who you look at him and you say, that looks like a guy who knows the coach is going to say, guess what? You drop this one, you'll be carrying around the training facility for an entire week.
Maybe flashback to high school or college, carrying it around campus, right?
The old gauntlet drill, right? Anyone get the ball out while he's sitting in class and bring it back to the coach? He's in big trouble.
Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. 7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. Now Heineke. And this is going to be incomplete. Now a stoppage here as we've got a Bill shaken up on the play. We'll check on his status when we return to Orchard Park.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to perhaps salt this one away. And this is off target to the left. Didn't get there anyway. It's no good. And this will stay a one-score game as the lead will hold at 6. But things just got interesting. They try for the long field goal there to salt this one away. They don't get it, and now a little time for the other guys to mount a late drive.
Well, they thought their kicker would put it through the post and finish this one off. I'm sure they discussed pooch punting it and letting their defense take over. Well, the defense now has to make it stand up, but they didn't get the best field position because the ball comes back to the line of scrimmage.
Here's Allen. And that one incomplete, but now a penalty flag coming in late. That might be PI. Well, there were about 70,000 that were quickly calling for that flag. It comes out there for pass interference.
What do you think, partner? A little sarcasm in that cheering from this crowd here tonight. What they're hoping now is to build a little momentum off of it and give them more genuine.
And that's intercepted yet again, and that could be the backbreaker. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And the Colts have just about sewn up this football game. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his second interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. The Colts in victory formation now as they take the knee. So he'll take a knee here to wrap this one up, and he's going to want to keep that game ball. He was sensational. Charles, normally when you see a group score this many points, it's a complete blowout. But instead, they needed every single one of those in this close, high-scoring affair.
Hey, Brandon, I'm still on the edge of my seat after that one because when you have that much scoring and it still comes down to one-possession game at the end, that's not something we see very often. In this case, these offenses, they brought it. The defenses, they're going to need some work going forward.
So for Indianapolis, the win gets them a step closer to 500 at 5-6. And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be the Pittsburgh Steelers. Meanwhile, for Buffalo, their luck may have run out as they fall to 4-7 now in the year. And they'll get a home date next week against the Kansas City Chiefs.